Hey, good morning everybody. It is Saturday, December the 5th. The year 2020 is almost over, just about 3 weeks to go. Christmas is approaching quickly. We're getting all prepped for that. But I wanted to try to sneak out and get on the water at least one more time. So, getting ready to put together my 2020 wrap-up video, and haven't caught a fish on the last couple trips, so wanted to see if I could get another fish on film for you. Anyhow, we are headed out to a creek that I saw on YouTube. A local guy has been putting up some videos there. He's kind of hush-hush about it for obvious reasons. Big fish in an unfished area. So I used a little detective work, followed his link on his YouTube page, to his Facebook page, to the Google Maps. So I have a feel for where we're going, but don't know for sure. We'll see if this is really the right place or not. All right, so we got here, about a 2-hour drive. Things went pretty smooth, but that's when the wheels fell off. So first up, you can see they've got the canal drawn down quite a bit for wintertime. So I'm gonna head down the road here. Looks like there's a spot where this dumps into a reservoir, so we'll see if it fills up down there. But this is definitely not gonna fish right here. The video that led me out here, though, the guys were fishing within the last couple of weeks, so this is definitely not the spot where he's at. So, process of elimination, strike one. So I kind of circled around up to the upper end. There is a pump house and then a channel that kind of pumps out of there into the reservoir. So you can see this is it right here behind me. It is not frozen. A lot of the other water around here is frozen, but it is not moving very fast. There's a lot of weeds still, so I don't know if the fish are just chilling inside the weeds and out of sight, or if there are no fish. So I'm going to go back to the car. We'll get on the Gaia and cruise around and see if we can find another channel that maybe is pumping some water. All right, so I followed up along the canal road, and you can see there is some sort of a irrigation gate. I don't know what the right term is for it, right behind me there. And then there's kind of a spillway up above here, so it looks like there's a reservoir up above, but this is as far as the road goes. So I'm gonna have to circle back down and head back downstream. The last little bit here was actually frozen. The water wasn't moving at all, so definitely not gonna fish. So I think that might be it for today's exploratory run. I'm gonna cruise back downstream towards town, and we'll see if maybe I can go downriver. But this is definitely not the area where those guys are fishing. All right, so we're on the way home, and it's about 4:25, and it's not quite dark yet. So maybe, shortest day of the year is supposed to be next week or 2 weeks from now. So we'll see. Anyhow, today was a drive. We just went for an exploratory drive, it turns out. You know, kind of funny when I think about it. For me, the whisper of a fish, the potential that there might be a chance to catch some fish, always has a pretty strong pull. So when I get an idea that there might be some new water to explore, I'm, usually game to get in the truck and drive out and check it out. Sometimes it pans out. We've had those days in the past, and sometimes it's like today where it doesn't pan out. So I gotta say, this was a pretty fitting end to 2020. To show up at the river all jacked up, ready to fish, got my mind set on catching some big boys, and then the river was drawn down like 3 inches deep and frozen in a lot of places. No signs of any, well, I did see one fish, little guy. But anyways, this is probably going to be my last time out for the year. Looking back, it's been a pretty darn good year. Started out in the spring.
Once I was able to actually get out on the water, did a little bit of warm water fishing with my buddy Nick and Scott. Got into a muskie, got into a pike, both on the fly. That was awesome. Moved into the June and spent some time up on the North Fork of the Coeur d'Alene, working on my Euro nymphing skills, which I'm still going to have to continue developing, but that's been a fun way to fish. In July and August, we spent some time up on Kelly Creek and on the Joe with Paul. It was kind of fun this year because I did 2 days on Kelly, 2 days on the Joe, and then I didn't really go back to either of those places. So it makes it a little bit more special and enjoyable when you know it's kind of a one-shot deal for the year. And then moving into the fall, did a 2.5 day float trip with Everett, my cousin, came up from California. We did Bogans to the mouth in the new boat. That one, not gonna lie, was kind of frustrating. We had some shots at some fish, but I think we set ourselves up for failure there. So next year we'll be back and we'll get after them. Maddie and I did a little 1 day walk and wade down on the Ronde as well. Had a pretty good shot at a couple of fish on that trip. And then finished up the year with Nick and Tristan. We did a float on the Spokane a couple weeks ago. Those guys tangled with some fish. I was too busy doing the wrong things at the wrong time. So all in all, like I said, it was a good year. We caught some fish, got out on the water a whole bunch, but definitely ready to move on past this year and see what the new year's got in store for us. So thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you guys in the spring pre-runoff fishing 2021. See ya. Fins down.